Hello, everybody. This is me, David Blue Eyes, and I'm going to be discussing um, male and female flower and human reproductive parts comparison, like comparing like flower reproductive parts with human reproductive parts. Um, I I don't know. I just decided to do it because it's interesting and like there's like similar comparisons. So okay, so let's begin. Male and female flower and human reproductive parts comparison by David Blue Eyes, Monday, May 28, 2018. The picture at the top left shows a picture of a sunflower. Then the picture to the top right shows a picture of a red rose. Then the picture at the bottom left shows a picture of a blue lily, blue and white lily. And then the picture at the bottom right shows some purple tulips. Sepals versus puberty. Sepals closed and open sepals compared to before and the beginning and afterwards of puberty. Sepals are the green leaves that encase and protect the developing flower. Closed sepals compared to a person that is almost ready to begin puberty. Open sepals compared to a person that just began puberty. Sepals that wilt and fall off compared to a person that finished puberty and are fully developed for sexual reproduction. The picture to the right shows a picture, it looks like a rose beginning to emerge from the sepals. Petals versus beauty and attractiveness. The more beautiful and attractive a flower's petals are, the more likely people will want to buy it and grow it in many places around the world, and insects, particularly pollinators, will be more likely to be attracted to the flower, pollinate it to produce fruitage. This compares to the attractiveness and beauty of humans. The more attractive and more beautiful a human is, the more likely they will receive many compliments and have more dating opportunities from many people. The picture to the left shows a picture of a white and red colored rose. Stamen versus human male reproductive system. The stamen is the male reproductive part of a flower, and it compares to the human male reproductive system by both containing all the necessary parts for reproduction when combined with the opposite sex. Okay, the picture to the right shows some corn tassels that's ready to release their pollen onto the receiving silks of the corn plant. Filament versus penis. The filament of a flower is the long tube that holds the other male parts of the flower. It compares to the human penis because the penis is the long muscle of a human man. Okay, the picture to the left shows a picture of some filaments of a flower with the anthers attached on the top of it. Anther versus scrotum and testicles. The anther of a flower is the part that stores the pollen. This compares to the scrotum, which contains the testicles for men, which stores sperm, which is protected in a white substance called semen during ejaculation. Okay, then the picture to the right shows the anther of the flower, which is attached to the top of the stamen, which is connected to the filament. Pollen versus semen and sperm. Pollen, or the tiny powdery particles that are released from the anther on a flower. It compares to the semen and sperm of a human male because both are used to fertilize the female ovule and eggs for reproduction. The picture to the left shows pictures of it shows some pollen on a plant. I guess ready to be released and collected by pollinators such as bees. Pistil versus human female reproductive system. The pistil is the female reproductive part of a flower, and it compares to the human female reproductive system by both containing all the necessary parts for reproduction when combined with the opposite sex. Okay, the picture to the right shows a picture of a flower's pistil. It's a drawing, but it represents like what the pistil contains. Stigma versus vagina. The stigma is the sticky part of a flower located at the top of the pistil. It collects pollen during pollination. It compares to the vagina of a woman because it allows pollen to enter into it to fertilize the ovule, just as the woman's vagina allows the man's penis to enter into it in order to allow the man's sperm to fertilize the woman's egg or eggs. And then the picture to the left shows a picture of like an up close view of the stigma of a flower, which is attached to the top of the pistil and is connected to the filament. No, I'm sorry. It's connected to the style. I'm sorry. The filament is the male part. This is the female part. So it's connected to the style of the pistil. Style versus fallopian tubes. The style is the tube of the pistil that allows the pollen to travel down through it to create pollen tubes in order to reach the ovule inside the ovary at the bottom of the pistil. This compares to the fallopian tubes of a woman, which allows the egg to travel down the tubes in order to meet up with the man's sperm. Okay, then the picture to the right shows a picture of the pistil of a flower, showing all the parts of the pistil, and showing the style, showing like it looks like a tube in order for something to travel through it. Ovary versus ovaries. The ovary of a flower is the lower part of the pistil that stores the ovule. The ovary of the flower is the part that will turn into the fruit once pollination occurs. It compares to the ovaries of a woman because the ovary contains the ovule, which will become the offspring of the plant. When pollinated, just as a woman's ovaries contain eggs that will develop into a child once fertilized. And then the picture to the left shows a tomato and the tomato flower, and it shows the the ovary of the tomato flower, which will turn into the tomato, and then it shows the tomato, which was developed from a pollinated flower, tomato flower, and then it shows the ovaries became seeds because they were pollinated. The flower was pollinated. Ovule versus eggs. The ovule of a plant are the small little parts attached to the ovary of the flower, which are stored inside the ovary at the bottom of the pistil. They will develop into the seeds of the plant. They compare to the eggs of a woman because they will turn into the offspring of the plant, just as the eggs will develop into children, which will be the woman's offspring as well as the father's offspring. And then the picture to the right shows a flower, a fruiting flower, and it just shows the ovary, and then the ovule that are connected and stored inside the ovary. Seeds versus babies. The seeds of a plant are the fertilized ovule that develop into plant offspring that can be germinated to form a new plant. They compare to human babies because seeds are new individual separate entities from the plant, just as human babies are formed from the eggs that were fertilized by the sperm from their father and are now separate entities from their mother and father. Okay, and then the picture to the left shows a sunflower, and then it shows the sunflower seeds, which represent all the individual separate parts of the plant that can each turn into its own plant to form a new plant. Hi everybody, thanks for watching my flower and human reproductive comparison video. I hope that you also see like some similarities like between flowers and humans, like how they reproduce, like they're kind of similar, but they're still different. Okay, thanks for watching again. Bye.